Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how you take pictures of planets using a reflecting telescope with a 10-inch aperture and a host of objective lenses with varying degrees of magnification, a computer, and a CCD camera. I'm going to take the first half of this video to show you how the telescope is assembled right here in my garage. So here we go. So what you see behind me is the equatorial mount. It has a power drive which keeps the object that you're looking at in the field of view as the Earth rotates. These are counterweights. They allow the telescope to be slewed on any axis while the telescope is attached to it and without putting undue strain on the motor. All right, we're set to attach the telescope. Once I'm satisfied that the telescope is properly balanced, I can then begin adding additional components, like the spotter scope. I'm going to swing it around so that you get a good look at it. All right, so the first thing about a reflecting telescope is the eyepiece is not at the base of the telescope. It's actually very close to the aperture at the top. That's where all the additional objective lenses that we're going to use for varying fields of view and magnifications are going to be attached. Here is the array of different lenses provided. Just to show you how this works, I'm going to attach the low magnification wide field of view lens in the proper location, just so you see where you look through this thing. Yep. All right, we're almost done. So how do we get photographs? Well, we use this little guy right here. It's a CCD, a charge couple device. It's a more primitive version of what's on your phone, but it works great with my Windows XP machine. I'm gonna go ahead and attach it, and we'll be ready to go. Now all we have to do is pray for some good weather and something good to look at. I'll see you in part 2 of this video. All right, part 2 of this video. We got lucky, and there's no cloud in the sky tonight, barring a little bit of haze along the horizon. But we're gonna shoot Mars, because it's the only planet that's in the sky. I'm gonna get started trying to line the scope to the pole star, and we'll go from there. Okay, as luck would have it, it's all lined up now with minimum effort. Next comes the telescope itself. It's balanced. Okay, now that it's dark enough, I can actually use the spotter scope to sight Mars. I then have to use a more magnification objective lens to resolve the disk. I'm going to go to my lens box now. So this is the wide field lens I'm going to use to actually resolve Mars. Let's stick it in there right now. And what do you know? First try. Okay, I kind of figured that now we're going to have to film up close to the telescope, so I'm going to pull this off and show you what's in the viewfinder right now. Okay, you see that blurry dot in there? That's Mr. Planet. We're going to hook up the CCD and try to get a few shots. And that large blurry image you see there is actually the planet, but not focused yet. And it's an interesting effort to get the object you're trying to photograph into the center of the very restricted field of view of the CCD before you focus it. Okay, while I'm taking multiple exposures, I'm adjusting the focus to get that ring down to a point. So here's about as good as I can get that focus to be when the optics on the scope are probably a little out of adjustment from being in storage in the garage for so long, plus the hazy conditions as I mentioned earlier. So from here, the goal is to get about 1,000 different exposures using different exposure times, color settings, objective lenses, and filters so that you can get a nicely resolved disc with lots of detail, which you can then alter in post-processing by adjusting your light curve and screen stretch. Let's hope I get something I can use tonight so I can show you the final result.